Welcome to the 4Geeks podcast, where we share everything about business, technology, growth marketing, and provide advice on how startups can build their products and predict revenue. Thank you for tuning in. Don't miss our new episodes every week. This podcast is produced by 4Geeks Productions.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're taking a deep dive into something that affects every single one of us.
Yeah.
Healthcare.
Definitely a big one.
It's complicated.
Absolutely.
Always lots of challenges.
Right.
But what if I told you there's a solution out there that could actually make things better?
Okay, I'm listening.
Not just for the doctors and nurses, but for patients too.
Really? What is it?
Well, it's all about employee experience.
Employee experience.
Yeah, or what they call EX.
Okay.
Basically, it's about how healthcare institutions treat their staff.
So not just salary and benefits.
Right. It's the whole package.
The whole environment.
Exactly. But before we get into all that,
Sweet.
let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Turnover.
Yeah, big problem.
UGE problem.
Huge.
You know the American Association of Nurse Executives? They did a study and found that replacing just one nurse
This one.
can cost a hospital over $40,000.
Wow, that's
$40,000
a lot of money.
for one nurse.
And it's not just about the money either.
Right,
Think about it.
right.
When a nurse leaves, you have to recruit someone new.
Yeah.
Train them.
Get them up to speed.
Exactly. And in the meantime, the other nurses are picking up the slack.
Working overtime.
More stress.
More burnout.
It's a vicious cycle.
Totally. And then on top of that, you've got the patients.
Right.
Imagine being in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
feeling sick and vulnerable.
Yeah.
And every day there's a new face taking care of you.
I wouldn't like that.
It's unsettling, right?
Totally.
It makes it hard to build trust.
Absolutely.
And when you don't trust your caregivers,
It affects your recovery.
exactly. So what's the solution?
I think you were getting to that earlier.
I was.
Something about perks.
Yes, perks. But not just any perks. These are personalized perks.
Personalized how?
Well, there's this company called 4Geeks Perks.
Oh,
And they've created this platform that lets healthcare workers choose the perks that matter most to them.
so like a menu of options
Exactly.
instead of everyone getting the same thing.
Right. So maybe one nurse really needs help with childcare.
Okay.
Another one wants to take some professional development courses. And someone else might just want a gym membership.
I see.
The point is, they get to choose what works best for their lives.
I like that.
Right. And it's not just about making employees happy.
Oh, there's more to it.
There's a whole strategic layer to it.
Like what?
Well, 4Geeks Perks.
Yeah.
They track all the data
Beta
about which perks are the most popular,
Yep.
what employees are asking for, and how all of that relates to job satisfaction and performance.
Wow.
So hospitals can use that data to make better decisions.
About hiring and things like that.
Exactly. They can see what's working, what's not working, and adjust their strategies accordingly.
So it's like a win-win.
Totally. Happy employees, better patient care.
You know, it reminds me of what some of those big tech companies are doing.
Oh, yeah. Like,
Well, Google, for example.
oh, yeah.
They're famous for their perks.
Legendary perks.
Gourmet meals, on-site gyms, even nap pods.
Snap pots.
It's all about creating this environment where people feel valued.
And energized.
Exactly.
But it's not just about the fun stuff either.
Right.
Companies like Microsoft, they're really focused on work-life balance, mental health support,
Flexible schedules.
generous parental leave.
Things like that.
They recognize that employees have lives outside of work,
Yeah.
and supporting those lives makes them more productive in the long run.
Makes sense.
Even Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah, they're getting on board too.
Really?
They've been increasing parental leave,
Okay.
offering more flexible work options.
Interesting.
It seems like everyone's realizing that happy employees,
Equal a happy bottom line.
pretty much.
It's not just about profits, though.
Right.
It's about creating a more sustainable work environment.
More humane,
Exactly.
where people feel respected,
Supported.
not just like cogs in a machine.
So how do we apply all of this to healthcare?
That's the million-dollar question.
Seems like it would be even more important in healthcare.
Absolutely. We're talking about people's lives here,
Exact.
but that's a conversation for another time.
Okay. Sounds good.
Stay tuned.
I will.
It's really interesting stuff.
Yeah, it is.
If companies like Google and Microsoft are seeing such positive results from prioritizing employee experience,
Right.
Why not healthcare?
Well, more and more healthcare leaders are starting to ask themselves that question,
Good.
especially with those turnover costs we were talking about.
Yeah, $40,000 to replace one nurse.
It's a lot.
That's crazy. But it's more than just the money.
You're right.
It's about
It's about the people.
the people taking care of us.
When we need it most.
Exactly. They're the ones on the front lines.
Dealing with life and death situations
Shouldn't we be doing everything we can
to make their lives easier,
to support them?
to show them that we value them.
Absolutely. Okay, but let's get down to brass tacks here.
Okay.
Does this perks power up approach actually work?
You mean in healthcare specifically?
Yeah. Are there hospitals that have actually tried it?
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
And they're seeing results.
What kind of results?
Well, for one thing,
Uh-huh.
turnover rates are going down.
Really?
In some cases, they've completely reversed the trend.
That's amazing. But what about patient care?
That's the ultimate goal, right?
Yeah, does it actually make a difference for patients?
The data suggests it does.
Okay, tell me more.
Studies have shown a link between positive employee experience
Mm-hmm.
and things like higher patient satisfaction,
Okay.
fewer medical errors,
Wow.
and even shorter hospital stays.
So happier employees lead to healthier patients.
It seems that way.
It makes sense when you think about it.
If you're stressed and burnt out,
Yeah.
you're not going to
Yeah.
be able to give your best.
To your patients.
Oh,
To anyone, really.
right. So this isn't just some fluffy feel-good initiative
No, it's not. It's a smart investment
with real benefit.
for everyone involved.
And the best part is,
Yeah.
it's not about some cookie-cutter program.
Right.
It's about listening to your employees
Understanding their needs,
and tailoring the experience to meet those needs.
which is where something like the 4Geeks perks platform comes in.
Exactly. It gives employees the power to choose.
What works best for them.
Exactly.
But I'm sure some healthcare institutions are hesitant,
Yeah, change can be scary.
especially in healthcare.
There's always a risk involved.
And budgets are tight.
That's
So
true.
how do you convince them?
Data.
Data,
Show them the numbers.
the reduced turnover costs,
The increased patient satisfaction scores.
the improved staff morale.
When they see the hard evidence,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes a lot easier to get buy-in.
You can't argue with the numbers.
Yeah.
It's about shifting from that old school mindset
Where employees are just cogs in the machine,
to a more holistic approach.
where their well-being is seen as essential.
Yeah, to the success of the whole system.
Exactly.
But it's not just up to the hospitals.
Right.
We as patients have a role to play too.
Absolutely. We need to be aware
Of the connection between happy healthcare workers.
and quality care.
We need to support initiatives that promote employee well-being.
And when we're choosing a doctor or a hospital,
Yeah.
we shouldn't be afraid to ask questions.
About their employee satisfaction rates.
What they're doing to create a supportive work environment.
And if you work in healthcare yourself,
You have a unique opportunity.
to advocate for change.
Talk to your colleagues
Share your insights.
and urge your leaders to explore these new approaches.
Remember, this isn't just about statistics.
It's about real people,
They're nurses,
the doctors,
the technicians.
all those people who dedicate their lives to caring for us.
They deserve our support,
Our gratitude.
our respect.
Absolutely.
So let's imagine for a moment
Okay.
that every healthcare institution embraced this perks power up approach.
What would that look like?
Imagine healthcare workers who are less stressed,
More engaged.
more fulfilled,
Imagine patients who feel more confident,
more supported.
more connected to their healthcare providers.
Imagine a healthcare system,
That's not constantly struggling with turnover.
or no.
A system that's actually attracting and retaining top talent. That's the dream.
It's a dream worth fighting for.
Definitely.
So before we wrap up,
Okay.
we want to leave you with a question.
A question for our listeners.
If you could design your ideal healthcare workplace,
What would it look like?
what kind of perks,
Benefits.
support systems would make the biggest difference for you?
And for your ability to provide the best possible care.
Think about it.
Share your thoughts with us.
Your insights are valuable.
They can help shape the future of healthcare.
Remember, the power to transform healthcare.
It doesn't just lie with policymakers and administrators.
It lies with all of us.
We can create a healthcare system,
That prioritizes the well-being of everyone.
patients and providers alike.
We need to remember, these are actual people, you know?
Real people.
Not just names on a chart.
Not just scrubs in the hallway.
They're the heart of it all.
The heart of the whole system.
Yeah, the ones who are there day in and day out.
Facing incredible challenges.
Taking care of everyone.
It's a tough job.
So we need to create work environments that
reflect that.
Reflect how much we value them.
Absolutely.
Because ultimately, taking care of them is taking care of ourselves.
That's a good way to put it.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, let's remember, we're not talking about numbers here.
No.
We're talking about people.
Real people's lives.
Nurses, doctors, technicians.
Everyone.
All the people who keep the healthcare system running.
They deserve our support.
Your gratitude.
Our respect.
More than that.
What do you mean?
We need to rethink how we view them.
Okay.
How we value them.
It's time for a change.
It is.
Not just for their sake.
But for our own sake, too.
Because their well-being is our well-being.
Exactly. So keep those conversations going.
Keep asking questions.
Keep pushing for a better healthcare system.
One that values everyone.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive today.
It's been a good one.
We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
But until then, stay curious.
Stay engaged.
And keep exploring the world with those open minds.
And open hearts.
See ya.
Bye.
That's all for today. Thank you all for joining us. For more ideas on how to grow your business with marketing and technology on your side, or a recap of our latest episodes, feel free to check out our 4Geeks global social media. If you need additional help to bring out the best in your business, don't be shy and get in touch with us at 4geeks.io/contact. See you soon with a new episode.